I pull up, roll the windows down it. I pull up, roll the windows down it. Yeah, I pull up, roll the window down it.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. Cause the love you give, you can't
Hi, hotties, kettles, tea stirs. You're here for hot tea. All commentary is alleged, and in my opinion, this is for entertainment purposes only. I want to share with you all my opinions on how I believe Love and Marriage Huntsville could be great, but it's really just not great. Now, I understand the cast and producers think we are all deplorable, but at the end of the day, a lot of people just want a good show. And even the episode from last Saturday or this past Saturday still shows how much this cast is actually lacking. And part of me want to just tell the truth and say, because you got to remove some of these people to add some of these people. But of course, I'm starting to realize that it's Carlos's ego that isn't going to let these people go. So now pull their ass in the room with some pink slips and let them know that it's time to start playing their roles or they got to go. Let's get into it, y'all. Shop www.h4ht.com, where you can get 15% off of your first order with the code HEYHO, HEYHO, or you can currently receive free shipping on all orders right now with the code FALL24. And in the perfect time, we have released our classic Buy Ho hoodies and our 90s Buy Ho hoodies, which are currently on sale for $45, along with our clickbait merch, our Hobie Gone merch. Our shorts are on sale as well to close out the summer and the spring. You could never go wrong with the Buy Ho mugs, whether the classic or the 90s versions, whether in white or black. Perfect for your morning coffee and or tea. Our 90s Buy Ho hoodies come in royal blue, white, and black, and they also have multiple sizes all the way down from small to 5XL. If you guys have your Buy Ho t-shirts, you definitely have to head over to the website so you guys can also get your Buy Ho hoodies along with your classic Buy Ho hoodies. Like I said, everything is $45, and I have these in maroon, white, black, olive, gray, and navy blue, and I also have these in a variety of sizes from small to 5XL as well. So be sure to head on over there to the website and purchase your Buy Ho merch or Here for Hot Tea merch today at h4ht.com. So I think the problem here is ego. I think Carlos is full of ego. The people have clearly been telling him what they want. The people that have invested their time and energy in making this show elevate to the #1 show on OWN have told him what they want. But I think he thinks he knows more than what the people want. Either that or his pride and his ego don't want the fans to be right about the cast, seeing as though he has seemingly developed a too close and personal relationship with them to where it's affecting him creating great story. Because he has this relationship with him, oftentimes that is the reason why he is not going to produce certain stories, because how it may affect his relationship with them, in my opinion, or else he wouldn't have allowed Marceau and the Scotts and them to have this pact to not talk about infidelity in their marriages. Because why would there need to be a pact about not talking about infidelity within their marriages if there's no infidelity in their marriages? 2, is there still this pact to not talk about real conversations in their marriages like infidelity?
I'm never going to respond to people hating on me. When people say, Carlos, focus on your own shows, Carlos this and that. My response, I'm not. I will focus on what I want to focus on.
His ego and his small mind, in my opinion, has summed up people telling him to focus on what makes the show great again to them being haters. Because if people are telling you, hey, Carlos, you should focus on your own show, why would you start that off by calling them haters? What if those were some of your true fans that have seen the difference in how you produce your shows from when you are truly involved and versus when you're tapped out. But again, when you're around people that don't like to be held accountable, these are some of the things that happen. They think the people that are telling them what they see are haters or going against your better judgment. And I don't understand why these people would go against the people that actually fortified this show. Without the people actually watching the show, there wouldn't be a show. And the reason why the people watched Love and Marriage Huntsville because of how authentic and organic and real it was from the start. So it's no secret or it's no big shocker that there would be a decline in the ratings like it is because you guys are not giving true, honest, effective story. And on top of that, what really sums everything up and makes it worse is the fact that, one, you're not giving true, honest story, but on top of that, you're trying to convince us of something that we see. Like, you're trying to convince us we don't see what we see, and we do. And I think that's where people start to get offended, because you are basically trying to say that we're idiots. And people are already offended at the fact that you would use your cast to attack people that have invested their time and energy into uplifting this show and y'all. Because truth be told, you wouldn't have bigger checks if it wasn't for the people continuing to watch. And realistically, honestly, after about season 3, the Scotts stopped giving their honest story. So I want to know, why is the producer not giving them the pink slip? Because they're not bringing anything. And not only are they not bringing anything, but the fans are very vocal about the switch ups that they feel that need to be had. And nobody would be requiring switch ups in the cast if these people weren't so insufferable to watch. And you could say, well, just don't watch the show. They haven't been watching the show, which is why this is the second episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville since they've been back, and they're no rating. Maybe because they're too embarrassed to show that the last episode since they've been back had 170,000 views. And I don't think that that is a decent rating for them. But what's also frustrating about this cast is they always have this high school bully mentality versus people truly being themselves and stepping and standing 10 toes down into who they are as women, wives, mothers, entrepreneurs, etc. For example, this entire season and every season, you have Letitia trying to convince the world that Melody isn't this good person, this, that, and the third, instead of her just simply saying out of her own mouth, I don't like Melody as a person, I don't like her as a woman, and I will never like her, and I don't want to be friends with her, and that's just where I stand. I'll film with her, I'll do this with her, but truth be told, I don't like her. But instead, this hoe tries to act as if she really wants to build a friendship with her, but wants to convince us that the reason why she can't build a friendship with Melody is because of the things that Melody is doing to her. When we always ask, well, what the fuck is she doing to you, right? Even though she can never say anything. So, for example, this last episode was so insufferable to see Letitia on because she kept saying in her confessionals that Melody know the reason why she gave us this room, even though Melody told her the reason why she gave her the room. And why is it that you can do something shady by inviting Dusty Dan, a person that she is not friends with and everybody knows that she doesn't like? Why can you be shady in that way and invite her, but she can't be shady and give you a bedroom with 3 beds in it? Why is it that Mel is always forced to play the game, and when she plays the game and plays it well, you bitches get upset and start trying to say that she's the problem? No, you played the game, you played your card, she played her card. She draw-tooled your ass, and that's just what it was. You tried to skip her, she draw-tooled her. Now, your next move, you're going to try to draw to her, and she has the draw 4 in the wild card. And that's what it always gives. These bitches don't know how to play Uno, and they damn sure can't play chess. And instead of them learning how to play the game, they try to get mad and try to convince the masses that we are not seeing the game game being played the way that we see it when we do. And that to me is frustrating. Even when it comes to Libido the Mule, why the hell do you think that you are deserving of a better room when you said on national television that you don't think that the side chick that intervened willingly in that woman's marriage, that gave you a platform to speak about your dry libido, why do you feel like she deserves or you expected better from her? I want to understand that, especially considering when have any of you hoes planned the girls trip? Or when have any of you bitches called Melody and said, hey, how you doing? Because if I'm not mistaken, that was one of the issues that was one of the issues from the first season or second season. The fact that she was going through the divorce, but none of y'all wanted to pick up the phone and call her and check in on her and see how she was doing, seeing as though Martell was all on the internet embarrassing her. But you, Libido, you thought that she didn't need a sisterhood or she didn't need a bond or to be checked in on because she woke up every day and smiled and went to work and didn't cry or didn't become a weak woman. And those are things that I don't like. So it's like, stand in who you are, Libido. You are not actually too fond of Melody, and that's okay. We see that in your actions. But the fact that you want to convince us, the audience, that you do like her, but you don't think she's a good person. Why? Now, because she put you in a different a room that you didn't like. These are things that make watching the show so petty and stupid and annoying. Because be boss ass women. And just like Mel had to play the game, why y'all can't play the game and play a better card? Like I said in my live video, why not give us a good show and make this truly entertaining, knowing that you invited Dusty Dan and she gave you a room that you didn't like? Why not go and get a better hotel or go and get a villa next to hers and invite all of the people that don't like her? Because you know Dusty Dan would have came, and not Sonny, but Nostradamus would have came. So you would have had Nostradamus, you would have had Dusty Dan, you would have had Libido and Letitia in a villa next to Mills. And now that's a interesting point of conversation amongst the show, because you actually did something. And that's the problem. We can't stand a bunch of complaining assholes that can't afford to do anything. You are not entertaining. You're always whining and crying. That's not fun to watch. And I don't understand why Carlos keeps saying that she's good TV. The fact that last season you had one of the most embarrassing reunions ever, and you went home and you practiced reads. People were able to tell you practice reads because you were so unauthentic. These are the things that people have continuously talked about. These people think that, just like Marceau said when he did the interview with the men's from Bell Collective, he said that he don't think that people could read the screen and tell true personalities. He said that to Cliff because Cliff was saying people can read the scene, read the room, or watch the show and can tell when people not being authentic. Marceau is so stupid. He literally sat there and said, no, they can't. But yet here we are on a week-to-week basis letting y'all know how untransparent and unauthentic y'all read on camera. And honestly, that's all any of them do. We would say one thing, they would try to do or say something to combat what it is that we're saying. And that is frustrating because instead of y'all getting in the field and making a better show, y'all are too busy trying to be ops with us, and we don't even know and or care about y'all. We just want to watch a damn show and talk about it on the damn Saturday. So y'all get in the comment section and y'all let me know what y'all believe to be the reason why Love and Marriage Huntsville isn't as great as it can be. Because again, there should not be all of these extra people when we still haven't gotten to truly break down and get to know who the Fletchers were. There was so much that the Fletchers could have given us that we didn't need from Trish and Ken. And I don't know why the producers are always content in moving a story along that they never closed or gave us any type of answers to. But they continue to do that. Why the hell would we want to get to know Trish and Ken when we we still trying to get to know the Fletchers, but they don't want to hear us. The Fletchers had one of the most dynamic episodes last season, yet they don't start off with letting us get to know more of the Fletchers. The Fletcher's daughter that was on one of the most dynamic episodes of that season came out and did an interview completely exposing them. There was more to their story that we could have gotten that didn't need to involve Trish or Ken in any of these episodes this season. It was completely unnecessary. Libido in the Cancer Hunter opening up a mom and pop shop. Why do we care about that, seeing as though we don't know anything that y'all do? As far as I'm concerned, the office that y'all had opened up still isn't done. Can you talk about what you do inside the fucking office? We don't know anything about them, the Scotts 2.0, yet the producers in Carlos King are content with dragging them along every fucking season and paying them to do nothing. And truth be told, since your budget is what it is, or since y'all have these budgets, make the most of your fucking budget and get rid of the people that's not bringing in anything. The fact that Libido only talked about her dry libido when she was battling cancer and not opened up the door to a bigger conversation is so sad. But what's more frustrating is the Cancer Hunter said all of those things about his wife that was battling cancer last season, and this season we hear nothing about them, when truth be told, their storyline should be why he's not in X therapy. Or we should talk about what sexual abuse looked like in relationships, because the Love and Marriage Huntsville producers, if they was truly following their stories and good producers, then they would be able to go back literally every fucking season, multiple episodes of the Cancer Hunter begging her for X. If that's not something that we should continue to speak upon, then I don't know what is. Last season, he literally said something that set the internet up in flames. How about try to follow that this season with some type of solutions? Because whether you apologize on the reunion or not, you still said it and you still felt that way, and you still have demonstrated actions since season 1 that would make regular people think that you have an X addiction, or that there is some type of actual abuse in this relationship. But again, these are conversations and storylines that Carlos wouldn't want to produce because he is too close to his cast members or castmates. He's too close to them to where he would feel awful producing a story like that, even though that's a story that should have been produced following all the shit that they brought. Because a following question would be, the fans thought that last season there was so much to talk about with your cancer journey, but you only talked about libido, mainly because he could have an actual addiction. Why do they feel like that? Because this season, this clip, I've posted multiple clips on my literal fucking YouTube channel that they could take and implement in these damn shows to follow the story, because the people are in the comments on YouTube every day letting them know what they could be following, but they insist on not listening to anything that the audience is saying. And I want to know why, because at this point it's insufferable. Letitia really could have brought together this episode and helped Mel, but Melody don't have anybody on this show that could help her make this show great, and that is really the problem. She doesn't have anybody that she can play with, as Heavenly would say. Like Heavenly, she said that she didn't have many people on Married to Medicine that she can play with. People that could, take her shade and, do this and do that. Everybody take everything so seriously. I think this is another example. Why do these people continue to put themselves in a victim mentality? Why is it that they can always play victim when they're throwing fucking rocks? Why is it that they keep saying Melody is throwing rocks and hiding her hand and not being accountable, yet we see Melody on each and every episode and on social media doing God's work, because none of the cast has been on social media since any of these episodes have aired, because they're scared and they're cowards. They only like to be available when things look good on them. But when there is controversy, they don't like to face the brunt of the issues. And that is not a good start. Those are not good cast members. That's not a good cast. A good cast are people that understands you have to continue to make this shit a good show. So instead of Nostradamus getting on social media after that and creating an issue with the fans, that hoe could have been on social media doing interviews with content creators that are not too fond of her, to speak about her thoughts, her opinions of this episode, etc. But again, they're not good team players. Even Letitia. Why can't Letitia get up on the social media and speak about her actions? Because people want to know why the fuck you think it's okay to invite Dusty Dan and Mel got to be a team player, but you can't be a team player and get the room that got 3 beds in it, and are really making a big deal about it. Like, it's one thing to make a big deal about it and make a good show, get a different room, get a different villa, play pranks on Mel now because you mad because you think she hating on you, whatever. But it's a whole nother thing to now try to make her out to be this trashy person, especially when you the same woman that said just last episode that Martell might have been right about her having conversations with men in her marriage. As if that's not, one, disrespectful as hell, but shady as shit, especially to a hoe that claims she wants to move on and develop a better relationship. Truth be told, we all know you are an evil, nasty person, Letitia, and you truthfully are very jealous because that's how your mammy raised you. But instead of you living 10 toes down in your villain era, you are insistent, or you're persistent on trying to make us believe you're this victim, nice, sweet, holy, matrimony ass person. And you're simply not. And as far as Nell goes, Nell is good TV. Sunny is good TV. Trish is stale as fuck. And I still want to know why you got the audacity to be asking anybody who is who when we don't even know you. Girl. But these were my reasons on why I felt like Love and Marriage Huntsville could be great, but it's just not great. And I want y'all to get in the comment section and let me know what you think. I also want y'all to watch the clips of Melody basically saying she didn't know Dusty Dan was coming, but she felt like she could come and she wasn't really surprised. Like she was shocked, but not really surprised. And again, look at how she behaved on the trip. She was still a team player. Why is she the only one playing the reality TV game is the real question.
What I will say is, when I found out she was coming, how I felt is what I said. I think I said it, and I think I said it because I've been seeing a lot of YouTube videos saying I said, F Destiny. So that's what I felt. That's what I felt. Like, you know, but at the end of the day, I'm not stupid. I understand we on reality TV. So, hey, it is what it is, whatever, you know, and that's how I felt about it.
So you don't feel better? I mean, it is what it is. It's fine, honestly. I don't.
We good?
It's like, okay, Tisha, let's enjoy this moment. Let's have a good, these buzz. Let's have a good time. And, you know, it is what it is. We want to have a good trip.
In Houston, I know everybody was upset.
We sucked up. I mean, we dealt with it.
Yes.
Same
and y'all
thing
gonna
here.
have to suck this one up because I'm sandwiched in between y'all asses.
Yeah, everything is all
it is.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
All of what?
Listen to what I'm saying.
I'm listening to you.
I don't need another grown up to tell me what I gotta suck up. I've
Well,
already
we can
talked.
end right here.
Okay,
That's my point.
We can end it right here.
That's exactly my
We can
point.
let it go.
It's not even a we. Like, you ain't even part of this conversation.
Yeah, I pull up, roll the window down it. I pull up, roll the window down it. Yeah, I pull up, roll the window down it.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel like chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place. 'Cause the love you give, you can't replace.
It's not in the
That's right, mine.